the story of elk isn't limited to the Great West, at least not anymore. Several states east of the Mississippi have brought in elk to establish wild herds, but none more so than Kentucky. In pre-settlement days, the eastern elk grazed our forests and fields in wild abundance. But then another animal stepped in to change all of that. More than 140 years later, altered landscapes in eastern Kentucky offered new hope for Kentucky's wildlife.
We've got this wonderful coal land that's been developed and reclaimed properly and has provided the diversity that we need with the open ground.
In the middle 1990s, reclaimed mine land put a unique opportunity on the table for eastern Kentucky. The mix of rolling hills and forest was textbook elk country. The idea arose before the Kentucky Fish and Wildlife Commission to do what most thought impossible. In a phrase, let's bring our elk home. With the eastern elk extinct, a close relative, the Rocky Mountain elk, could be corralled in western states and translocated to a 16-county elk zone in the southeastern corner of the Commonwealth. In the 5 years to follow was the largest restoration project for wildlife ever attempted in the North American continent. The Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife, in partnership with the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, would together repopulate an area roughly the size of Yellowstone National Park.
John Phillips, the day has arrived. We're taking elk back to Kentucky. Are you excited?
Oh, I'm ready to go. I'm really ready to go.
What do you got to tell the people of Kentucky back there?
Well, we've got a historic moment coming up. Our fellas worked hard, but they're also proud to be able to come out here and do this work.
In 1997, 7 elk were brought from Kansas and were set free within the Cypress-Amax Wildlife Management Area near Hazard. 6,000 people were on hand to see natural history in the making, from school kids to government officials.
I think this is one of the most wonderful things that's ever happened to eastern Kentucky is the elk. I saw them in the Knoxville Zoo, but I've never had the opportunity to go west, and now west has come east, so I'm really excited about this.
All right.
Over the next 4 years, there would be more than 1,500 more elk brought in from the western states. Those numbers continue to climb as high birth rates were witnessed by department biologists.
We're seeing cows that are twinning on a regular basis. We're seeing fantastic antler conformation. So what we've done is taken a species who's evolved to survive in a very minimal quality habitat and putting them into a high quality habitat.
With no natural predators such as wolves and mountain lions, wildlife officials knew from the get-go that a successful reintroduction program would need to involve hunting to keep the elk herd in check.
The first one is Tracy Cerise, C-E-R-I-S-E, Lexington, Kentucky.
In 2001, the inaugural year of Kentucky elk hunting, only 10 permits were issued.
This is the first elk taken in Kentucky in over 150 years.
My mind is just whirring with emotions, and it's just hard to put into words what this feels like. To be a part of this in any fashion would have been fantastic. The part that I played is just overwhelming.
100 years from now, people are going to be looking at your picture saying he was the first one.
That's kind of humbling. I don't know what to think about that.
In ensuing years, as the elk population grew, so did the number of permits awarded. In 2007, 300 elk hunting permits were issued to those who had applied for the elk draw. The popularity and majesty of elk hunting also continues to climb. Every year, the number of sportsmen and women and children vying for an opportunity to hunt our state's largest mammal grows. 9,235 in year one, and in the current year, more than 31,000 applicants.
From a non-hunting standpoint, the elk viewing and elk-associated tourism is just exploding now. I mean, people are coming, when you drive into East Kentucky now, there are billboards with elk on them, and every advertisement you see for tourism down here has an elk in it.
We've got one county claiming to be the elk capital of Kentucky, so that's great.
Oddly, habitat in Old Kentucky is better than in the more rugged West. Here, there are no natural predators, and our winters don't pack quite the punch. In addition, the landscape is more lush with plant life, offering a more nourishing diet. Elk in Kentucky grow larger and are more healthy, and calving is more successful.
We think it's going to get bigger, better, bigger and better and bigger and better. And where the end is, I don't know. I hope it never ends. I hope it just keeps going on. Now, Eastern Kentucky has something that nobody else has around here.
Research, strict hunting quotas, herd monitoring, and healthy habitat led to a winning year in 2006. Kentucky's elk population reached Boone and Crockett status.
That's a magnificent elk right there.